welcome to Ready Set Demo for a show and tell video for Jolly Delivery. This is mainly featuring the designer series paper, and these projects can be made with that. The little boxes, however, are the dies that go with Jolly Delivery, and this is the Jolly Delivery dies. They make this cute little box, and I'm just going to show you a couple of options for decorating these boxes. I will also say right away, if you don't know, these boxes can also be made to fit a gift card. So if you want to see that, I'm going to link that video down below. You can make a gift card holder that still has the cute little closure on there, so that fits in the right place. So go and have a look at that video if that interests you. So as I said, this is primarily made from the designer series paper. It's called North Pole Delivery. And in the pack, you'll have some fun images of various animals, dogs, cats, bears, foxes, and other critters delivering Christmas goodies. We also have post boxes, we have little trucks, and we have some more neutral ones that make backgrounds. We have presents and cards, and again, another neutral. But added to that, we also have 2 sheets of die cut pieces, and these are just less than half of the die cut pieces that you get in the pack. There are loads and loads and loads. And if you are teaching an in-person class, these would be really fun to do as a lucky dip, or everyone takes a turn to choose a couple of these die cut pieces to work with. I should say also that they are a thin cardstock, so they can be popped up, as I've done on this card. So this is just a simple long fold card. I'm going to give you some measurements for your main card and layer. So I've just done this card so that it works whichever cardstock you're using, US letter or A4. And I've done this 8 by 8, scored at 4 to make a longer card. My layers on here, my first layer of designer series paper is 7 3/4 by 3 3/4. And my second layer, it's Whisper White, basic white. Goodness me, when did we lose Whisper White? It's basic white, 7 by 3 1/4. And in order to get the sort of the snow and the sky effect, I took a piece of the 2-tone cardstock in Pool Party. So that is going to be 7 again by about 2 inches. And then I've torn some off the bottom to get a little kind of snow edge look as well on there. And then this is so simple. These pieces are all die cuts, so I have just popped them out and popped them up on dimensionals. Super easy, something that we like at Christmas, because we like to be able to get through plenty of cards. Now for the colour selection on here, if you don't know, on the back of our designer series paper, we always have all the colours that are included, and there are a lot in this one. For these, I've picked out Poppy Parade, I've picked out some, what else did we use on here? The paper, the layer paper is Garden Green, and I also use the Pool Party, of course. So that is the colour selection that I have picked, and I hope you like that one. Now for these 2 little boxes, 2 different ways that you can choose to decorate these mini boxes. The easy way, if you're doing this in class and you want the easy option, is you can decorate the back of the box. And so here what we've done is I've done some Pool Party. I stamped some snow tone on the Pool Party layer, and I actually used these little ones from Jar of Joy, but any snowflake little dots that you can choose to put on the back there. Let me give you some measurements quickly. So this, you're going to go about 2 3/8 of an inch by, the box is 3 inches. I've gone just a tad under. So I'm going to say 2 7/8 of an inch. I probably could have gone a tiny bit less. So that's going to be your background, and then pop up one of the shops, and the tall ones fit perfectly, as you can see on the back of the box. Now I could do some decor on the other side. I've actually left it plain just to show you. This is how that box opens, but I could do some decor. I could do some stamping with it flat before I folded it up. One thing that would be quite good fun is to stamp some of the little envelopes on. So the other bit of stamping I've done on there is, again, with it flat before you assemble. Sending merry tidings fits quite nicely. Some of the other special delivery will all fit onto that piece as well. So that is quite a fun one to do. So there we go. For this one, I decided to go for the slightly more tricky bit of decorating the front with the designer series paper. So I've got some tips for you for this. Now on the back of this post box one, we've got this little snowy street scene, which I love. So I've cut out some of this. The one I used is this one here, but you could just choose which you wanted to use. It was not quite working for me, and then I made it a tad short, so I'm going to show you a little cheat that you can do. So I went to put it across, and then this end looked, oh, that didn't look quite right. It was a little bit short, and then I didn't like a half of this snowy tree. It looked just a bit weird. So I fussy cut out one of these trees and popped that over at the edge. Here's my little tip to you. You can stick the tree onto this designer series paper. If you want the entire box to open out, I've got some tissue in there. If you want the entire box to open out like this, and you're not gluing your box at all, you are going to not stick the designer paper anywhere except across this piece here. But if, like me, you are happy to just be able to open this from the top, you can stick that all the way across and stick it down, and you'll find the box will still open and close. But you won't be able to open it right open, if you see what I mean, as I showed you with the other one. It's a little bit more fiddly to get in, but you can do that. I just folded one of the little mini die cut pieces in half and stuck that on the closure, and we used special delivery on the top. Not gonna lie, the mini one there is word window, one of my never to be parted with punches. But how I did the bigger one, and you could do the word window as well, is I just took a strip of Poppy Parade cardstock and fed it through a punch. I'm going to show you that. So you want your piece of cardstock to be the same width as the circle punch you're using. And I've got a 3/4 inch piece here. And I'm going to just slide that through and then punch. And that is going to give me that word window end, and then you just put it through the other way and you do the same again, just deciding how long you want that to be. You can easily measure, because it's the bit that you see is the bit that you end up with. So you can take your ruler and say, look, I want that to be 2 3/4 inches. Just make sure it's a little bit longer going in. Punch that. And then you've got a 2 3/4 inch piece. So as long as you've got a punch, a circle or other shape, you can still make yourself a little word window effect for layering up on your boxes. So I hope you enjoyed that video and got some little tips from it. If you'd like to see more about these little boxes and how to turn them into gift card holders as well, then do have a little look at the video linked down below. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to welcoming you back to Ready Set Demo again. Bye.